Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We have a trade on our hands, at least that is in the works and is being finalized currently between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles that would send defensive end Bryce Huff to the San Francisco 49ers for a mid-round draft pick, according to Adam Schefter. The wild thing about this is I was literally talking about this potential just yesterday on stream because we were talking about the roster construction. We are talking about the defensive line. And I was mentioning how I really do think that the 49ers need a pass rush specialist. I like what they have done with their defensive line in the sense of how they've built it through the draft. But just looking at it, I'm like, they still need a pass rush specialist. And we even brought up Bryce Huff. My main pushback against it wasn't because of his ability. He actually had his best year in the NFL under Robert Saleh when he was with the New York Jets. Previously, after because he just signed in 2024 with the Philadelphia Eagles for a pretty substantial contract. He was making a lot of money, and that was my pushback. My pushback on the potential of trading for Bryce Huff was he's making a lot of money. And I don't know how that would necessarily be facilitated. He would take if he were to be traded, the dead cap hit for the Philadelphia Eagles would be 29 million. So I would say from an on-field perspective, yeah, I would love to have Bryce Huff. He's only 27 years old, 6'3", 255 pounds. He was actually a former undrafted free agent out of Memphis in 2020, and that's when he landed with the New York Jets. And his best year was in 2023 under Robert Saleh, where he had 10 sacks, 45 quarterback hurries, and 12 quarterback hits with 67 total pressures. So he was a menace in the backfield. And then he only had 2 sacks in 2024 with the Philadelphia Eagles. He was buried on their depth chart, so he couldn't really get on to the field. But again, my main pushback on this was the contract. Well, apparently the Philadelphia Eagles reworked his contract last week that would allow and facilitate the trade for the 49ers to take on Bryce Huff. So there you go. The thing that I said was like, I don't know if this is going to work out because of his contract. Well, they took care of that. He was set to make $17 million fully guaranteed this season with Philadelphia, but the Eagles will now take on over $9 million in his salary, leaving the 49ers responsible for the remaining $7.95 million due to Huff this season. So the San Francisco 49ers, we don't know what the exact compensation is just yet. It hasn't been fully finalized, but this is the cadence. When NFL reporters put out this stuff, it's going to happen. It's just probably, it might happen before I even get this video fully posted. But for them to be able to put this out, this is going to happen. This is effectively a done deal. What it sounds like is they're just working through some of the logistics and parameters to get this thing done, but it is effectively done. And hey, this is a good move for the San Francisco 49ers. Like I mentioned earlier, yeah, the 49ers have done a great job. Nick Bosa, CJ West, Alfred Morris, Mykel Williams. That's pretty solid, even with Yetur Gross-Matos. I like Sam Okwuonu. But beyond that, they don't have much. Robert Beal's not even practicing during OTAs. They don't have much. And even with Mykel Williams, the number 11th overall draft pick, he's not necessarily a speed rusher. He's not a pass rush specialist. That's not where his bread and butter is. He can develop into that, but that's not where he is now. So that's why when I keep looking at the 49ers roster, I'm like, they need a pass rush specialist. They need a pass rush specialist. And they did it. So congratulations to the San Francisco 49ers. They got someone that they know fits their system, know works well with Robert Saleh, and that continues to be a trend that we see this offseason with the 49ers continuing to add people that have familiarity with Robert Saleh and or Brant Boyer. So I think this is a great move. I think this fits exactly what the San Francisco 49ers were looking for in a situational pass rusher, a high end situational pass rusher who still got gas in the tank. So this is a good move. This from a roster construction standpoint is a plus solid. Like it just really is. And the fact that they're able to get him for a mid-round pick, which again, we don't know what that is, but they have a bunch of compensatory picks coming in from all the free agents that have left. So this might be they might be using one of their free picks to go out and get this guy. The only thing that they're taking on is the contract, which is only a little bit less than 8 million, which sounds like a lot, but in NFL terms, for a pass rusher who's capable of getting 10 sacks in a season, that's a pretty good deal. So I'm a big fan of this. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.